The process of putting my grief into words was more difficult than I could have ever imagined. Where could a story like this possibly begin, Nanty? And how are we supposed to accept that this is where it ends? When I stop and really think what's unfolding and face the weight of reality, it takes my breath away. And it's in those days, grief crashes into me like a heavy wave and shakes me to my deepest core. There are days when I just need a quiet moment to find some clarity and come to terms with the daily things that are now gone. The phone calls that used to fill the day, the text messages that came in floods, always a little jumbled and misspelled, but I understood them because I speak Nanty.
Yes, yes. Yes, she does.
I'm going to miss so many things. All our family gatherings at Tabby's, when I'm in the kitchen and she's right there beside me, chatting away and making me laugh nonstop, all while trying not to be in my way because she knows I hate that. But that didn't stop her from wanting to be right by my side and taste everything. And every time she'd take a bite, she'd say, "It's so good," just like that.
Yeah.
I can't wrap my head around the fact that with you there will be no more sleepovers, no more late nights spent painting and crafting in Tabby's patio until the early morning hours. No matter how cold it got, Nanty and I couldn't stop. Our love for crafting and painting kept us going. We'd start with brushes, but somehow Nanty always ended up as finger painting. She'd have paint up to her wrist, and her hair, her clothes, and all over her face.
Yeah.
No matter what we painted or which colors we used, her creations always seemed to look the same as the last one before. And every time I tease her about it, she'd get so mad and say, "Candice, stop it! No, it doesn't!" But they did. I have pictures to prove it. And there's my Monday night alarm that still goes off every week to remind Nanty to watch Bachelor. I couldn't bring myself to delete it, so I just changed it to match my weekly work lunch reminder. Each time it goes off, I think of you. Some days it brings me a sense of joy, and other days my heart is completely crushed all over again. All throughout my life, and even now in the wake of her passing, Nanty and I have always shared a special, unique bond. We had this unspoken supernatural connection where we were constantly in tune with one another. It was like we were able to channel each other, understanding each other in a way no one else could. We also laugh the same, share a twisted sense of humor, have the same hands, look alike, share the same birthmarks on our neck and chin. And those are just a few of the countless things that connect us. In my young adult years, there was a short stretch of time where I was completely lost, disconnected, and trapped in a dark place. Back then, cell phones were rare, but there was a landline where I was living at the time. She had managed to get a hold of that number and relentlessly called, tracking me down whenever she could. It didn't matter to her who approved or disapproved. She would call, even on days I wasn't around, and she was going to talk to anyone who would answer. And you know what? They were going to love her too. Because that's exactly who my Nanty was. Someone who embodied unconditional love and never ever judged. She couldn't stand gossip or negativity. Instead, she lived for kindness, a great sense of humor, and she had an incredible ability to make everyone feel just a little more special than the last person.
Yeah.
Above all, she stood for love in every sense of the word. So much so, she named her first baby girl Tabitha Love, and it couldn't be more fitting.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, my Nanty was once a quiet and shy young girl. Life wasn't easy for her. My grandma, a single mother raising 3 boys and 1 girl, worked tirelessly to provide for her family. She was tough, and whatever was necessary to keep a roof over their heads. But she was also very old-fashioned, and being the only girl in a house full of boys, she held high expectations for Nanty. The pressure eventually led to Nanty leaving home at a young age, and that's when she found herself surrounded by a wild but very loving Italian family, the McCulloughs.
Yep.
Soon after, she became a young mother of 2, Tabitha Love and Johnny Brooks, who most of you know as Geese. I truly believe that she inherited many of Marguerite's free-spirited qualities and transformed into the loud, funny, energetic, and sometimes hysterical Nanty that we all know and love so much.
Yes.
I can't help but laugh when I think back to how Nanty never had a job, yet she always had a home.
Or money.
Everybody knows that. And somehow she always made it feel like the most special place. After some years of raising 2 young kids as a single mom, she met Joe. I'll never forget the first time I met him. We went to the Renaissance Fair. Nanty looked absolutely stunning in a cute, short denim dress, her long hair flowing, red nails, and gold bangles adorning her beautiful, dainty little wrists.
Yes.
I remember thinking, I think this man likes my Nanty. By the end of the day, it was clear to me that they were very much in love and very much a couple. From that moment on, they were inseparable. And with that came her baby boys, Joey and then JJ. The last couple years without Joey were extremely hard for Nanty. She struggled without her angel boy. And as much as she loved being here, making memories with all of us, when Joey left, he took a piece of her heart with him. And she was never ever the same. To my Uncle Joe, I want to thank you for loving my Nanty the way you did. Thank you for taking such good care of her, for understanding and embracing all of who she was, the good, the bad, the crazy, all of it. She loved her viejo so much.
She did.
I know your heart is shattered. God took your son and now my Nanty way too soon. But I want you to always remember that you will never be alone. We are a family and you're stuck with us for the rest of our days.
Come on.
The day Nanty passed, my dad George said something to me that really resonated. He said, your Nanty was such a loving, good person, and you and Tabby get that from her. I couldn't agree more. If there's one thing Nanty showed us, it was how to be kind and love with our whole being. When we love someone, we truly love them fully. We want them to feel it, to see it, and to pass that love, generosity, and kindness on to others. We pour so much of ourselves into each other and everyone we love. And I can only hope that our little ones carry that same special love Nanty instilled in us. It's so special and so important to us to pass that on to them.
Yeah.
With that being said, over 10 years ago, Tabby and I took on some traditions, one of which Nanty's favorite was Palm Springs. Just the thought of it without her breaks my heart. We take this trip every year, and with each passing year, it only becomes more special. While we go in the summer, we spend the entire year planning for it, filling it with so many activities and traditions that have become dear to our heart. Our little ones are so sad and have been asking how things will be different in Palm Springs without her. Their little hearts are confused and hurting. It's a tradition that means so much. And as deeply as we'll feel her absence, we will do everything in our power to make it even more special, carrying her memory with us and honoring her every step of the way.
Yes.
Now to my Tabitha love. Tabby, you are the very essence of everything good. All the special qualities that shine brightly in Nanty, you embody. Anyone who has the blessing, and I truly mean blessing, because you are a true blessing, of meeting or spending even a moment with you, can see right away You're not just any girl. You are extraordinary
Yes, she is.
and beautiful in so many ways. You are without a doubt my Nanty's most precious gem. And she has entrusted you to finish your beautiful story here with us. I want you to know I don't take that lightly. I will always love and protect you with my soul and my entire being. You and Nanty are two precious gems of mine, and I've always wanted to share both of you with the world. You're just too special to simply not to. Whenever Nanty found herself feeling down, there was always something you'd say to her. Something that would lift her spirit. You'd say, "Come on, Ma. Get up and get out here. Don't you know you're the table that everyone wants to sit at?" There are no words to truly capture the constant pride and joy you brought to Nanty every single day of her life. You are the one person who never failed her. Tabby, I want you to know you are the home we always gather at because you, my love, are the heart and soul of our familia.
Yeah.
You are strong, you are resilient, and wherever you go, we will always follow. Because wherever you are, there is love, there is happiness, there is positivity, there is calm, there is peace.
Yep. And there's Lorraine.
You have a unique ability of making people feel accepted, like they belong, and embraced. You create a safe space for anyone and everyone. Because of you, because you carry all that within you. It's something people are drawn to. It's a rare gift. And you, my love, are that gift to all of us. A very special gift Nanty left us with. I love you, and I promise you, you will never ever have to spend a single moment feeling lonely. We will surround you and smother you with love, care, and everything else you need for the rest of your days. And mine. I will hold your hand every step of the way as we learn to navigate life without my Nanty. I will hold on to God's promise that one day we will all be united and together again. There was a moment in her final hour when the doctor came in and spoke to Tabby and me. His expression was grim, and he basically told us there was no hope left. Tabby and I looked at each other in disbelief, and without missing a beat, we both said, "No, she does this all the time." And we meant it, because she did. And when her pulse dropped so low that the machines couldn't detect it, they would start beeping, and at one point the doctor walked in during and said, "This may be it now." Again, we both replied, "No, that's just the machine not picking up her pulse. It's still there." And it was. She'd come so close to death before and always pulled through.
Yeah.
We kept holding on to that hope, certain that she would fight her way back to us, like she always had. But in the end, her heart just couldn't do it anymore. She was ready to be with Joey. And even in those final moments, our love and belief in her were unwavering. But her spirit had found peace, and we had to let her go. With that, my Nanty, may you rest now, pain-free with Joey, with Grandma, with your brothers, and so many beloved family members that we've lost. You are home now, and one day we'll all be together again. I ask that you continue to watch over us, send us signs, and let us know that you're okay. When we struggle, may your love shine bright, soothing our hearts in ways only you can. Thank you for everything, for loving me unconditionally and never giving up on me. I love you, and I will see you again someday. To my mom, I can't thank you enough for your unwavering support and dedication you've shown throughout all of this. The love and hard work you put in to help make this day beautiful means more to me than words can express. You are my rock, and I love you deeply. To my Uncle Ephraim, I know how deeply this has hurt you, and I can't imagine the loneliness you must have when Nanty left. Please know that in her honor, we all need you to be there. We all need to be there for each other now, more than ever. You may be the only elder in our family now, But you're never alone. You're stuck with all of us youngins. And we'll do our very best to carry on the traditions she held so dear, keeping them alive and growing for as long as we live. You've got us and we've got you, always. I also want to take a moment to thank each and every one of you who is here today. Your calls, texts, check-ins, all the thoughtful offers and help have meant more to us than words can express. Every gesture, no matter how big or small, has been deeply appreciated, and we are truly grateful for your love and support during this time. Thank you for being here, for standing by us, and for honoring her memory. We hope that the celebration serves as a reminder of the bright light she was in all of your lives in ways both big and small. God bless. Thank you.
Yes.